Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive Channel. Cardi B and Azealia Banks got into it on social media after Azealia shaded Cardi B on The Breakfast Club.
Did you call Cardi B illiterate, untalented rat?
I did. Like, if my spelling and grammar was that bad, I'd be canceled. If Nicki Minaj spelled like that, you'd just be ragging on her all day. You know, I've never seen that at the forefront of female rap. I didn't know that the standards, that the bar would be lowered so much.
Azealia also said that Cardi B was a caricature of a black woman that the media is pushing right now. She also said that she didn't understand how we had intelligent conversations about black women's culture in music like Beyonce's album Lemonade, and now all of a sudden we have people like Cardi B representing the culture. Now, Cardi B saw this interview and she responded to this, and I wish that she did not respond because it's pointless to get into an argument with someone like Azealia. She went on Twitter and said, "Every week it seems like I'm in somebody's mouth. Why was no one talking about me when I was on Love and Hip Hop? All of a sudden, I'm the reason why the world is such a terrible place. I be minding my business. I wake up and boom, something about Cardi. Like, I don't get it. Why is it that male rappers can speak how they want, act how they want, but people constantly bash me for it? Why do I feel like I have to apologize for being who I am, talking how I talk, and being what y'all call quote-unquote ghetto? WTF, leave me alone." I actually agree with Cardi. She gets a bad rap for being who she is, and people were loving who she was before she blew up and became this big star in music, so I don't understand the switch. I mean, yes, Cardi B is loud, she's hood, she's crass, she's funny, she's entertaining, very similar to how Nene Leakes is on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and people love her for it. She's entertaining. And I could say the same thing for Tiffany Pollard, aka New York, and Tiffany Haddish. People love them. Why? Because they're entertaining and they're unapologetically being themselves. So the criticism of Cardi B is unnecessary to me. She's just being herself. She's not representing a group of people. She's not making a group of people look bad. She's being herself. There are many women of color in entertainment today who are totally different from Cardi B. So she doesn't represent anybody but herself. And Cardi B had more to say about Azealia. She said this: "Wasn't Beyonce the same woman she was talking blank about and dragging all over the media? I'm from the hood. I speak how I speak. I am how I am. I did not choose to be famous. People chose me. People followed me on Instagram, and the people gave me a platform to introduce my talent. I never asked to be an example or a role model. I don't want to change my ways because I'm famous. That's why I just mind my business." This is coming from a woman that bleached her skin but want to advocate. Goodbye. I'm not apologizing or killing myself because of who I am. Now, Azealia responded in a series of tweets, and she said, "So because I point out that you get away with being the typical caricature of a black woman that society says is wrong, and you responded by calling me unattractive and bringing up skin bleaching to basically make fun of me for not being light-skinned." And if you actually read Cardi B's statement, she did not say that Azealia is unattractive. However, Azealia took it that way. But anyway, let me keep reading her tweets. "Cardi B is really a bird brain, LOL. She really doesn't have the vernacular to engage in any discussion about black women's culture, music, or hip hop at all. She's really a hood booger, wow. Plus, I also come from the hood. So does Nicki Minaj. LOL, the hood is a beautiful place full of loads of creative, smart, and talented people. You're illiterate because you are lazy, not because you are from the hood. Ouch." And as far as black women's culture and music has moved into the past 2 years, the fact that your overall statisticness is being merited as success is a clear indication that the suits backing you are using you as a weapon against black women's consciousness and culture. Those suits are trying to redirect black women's narrative by inserting you. Black women were discussing self-love, entrepreneurship, politics, and feminism, and then you come in promoting gang culture, unprotected sex, illiteracy, and fighting, especially when you're a full-on stereotype. You're illiterate. You're baby mama 4 of 5 to a man who has women crawling out of the woodworks with other kids, videos of your man messing around with other women. You are a real-life episode of Maury, sis. What I found interesting is a lot of people were reading Azealia's tweets and they were agreeing with it. And I'm not gonna lie and say that she didn't make some true points. However, I'm not gonna sit up here and applaud Azealia. I'm not, because I know that she's being a hater. And hearing her talk about upholding and protecting Black women's culture after she has slandered and disrespected so many Black women in the past really makes me chuckle. I'm chuckling now. So when I see her trying to rally for Black women's culture, I just kind of roll my eyes because she's trifling and I know it. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the things that she has said about other Black women in the past. She has called Remy Ma a man, dissed her music, and made fun of her physical appearance, saying that she looked like Barney the dinosaur. She went after this young lady named Sky Jackson and said, "Your mom has been pimping you out to Disney since you were a little girl. Let's see what you end up like at 21. Bye." When Beyonce dropped Lemonade, Azealia came after her too. She said, "You've been singing about this man for years and he's still playing you. That's not strength, that's stupidity." And she went on a much longer rant than that, but I don't feel like reading it. Azealia also came for Rihanna. When Rihanna was speaking out against the immigrant ban that Donald Trump was trying to push, Azealia dragged her and called her stupid. Also, Azealia Banks went on this young lady's page and called her all types of names. She said, "Cheap clothes, linty shirt, dry lips, you're a disgrace. Get some peona and scrub that off." She's basically telling her to bleach her skin, which is a shame. She bullied her again and said, "You need to hit up Densea and get some Whiten Alicious and come up a few shades. You look like a tar baby." And she was also on her page again saying, "She's a dumb filled blank. She needs to shut up and keep picking my cotton before I give her 80 lashings." So this is the same woman that's sitting up on the Breakfast Club preaching about Black women empowerment after disrespecting so many Black women. And this is one of the reasons why I felt like Cardi B should have never said anything in the first place, because it's always going to be a messy situation if she tries to respond to Azealia. But Cardi did write a long statement before deleting her Instagram. Now, if you don't know, Cardi B did run off of social media because it was getting too much for her, and Cardi's very sensitive. On top of that, she's pregnant, so she doesn't need this negative energy affecting her or her baby. So I do think it was a great idea for her to just remove herself from social media until she gives birth. But she said this in her statement. I reread this a couple of times for the Akilas and the B's out there. "A woman who constantly finds joy in belittling Black women, Beyonce, Rihanna, Sky Jackson, Remy Ma, can't try and stand for them because it's convenient. The difference between me and you, I've never pretended to be or represent someone I'm not. I made it where I am for being myself and staying true to that. I'm not trying to represent nobody but myself. You busy trying to be a voice of reason and a representative for women of color when you can't even reason with yourself. You can't understand where your insecurities come from and why you're not happy in your own skin. So you think because you can't figure out your own stuff that you can create confusion for me, make me unsure about who I am? I know who I am. A daughter to a Hispanic father and a Caribbean mother, and I am proud of that. I've never dismissed my heritage or my culture. I've never pretended to sound like anyone or look like anyone for attention or to make me feel better about who I am not. I've been this way, always. You think because someone uses a lot of big words and long sentences that makes them smart? How smart are you if you don't know the meaning of illiterate? Means not to know how to read or write. I can do both and speak 2 languages fluently. Just because I mix a few words up, forget to use commas or misspell a few words doesn't make me illiterate and doesn't make me stupid. And because I laugh a little harder or talk a little louder doesn't make me a caricature. You think you're advocating for women and you're doing the opposite. I pray you find peace in your own heart and reason in your own mind. Pray for your own success before you pray for the downfall of others." After making that statement, Cardi B did leave social media, but that did not stop Azealia from getting the last word. Belle Khalees, sis, give it up. You have a fever and are leaking breast milk everywhere, trying to come up with a refutable comeback. Sis spent 12 hours proofreading a message while still completely missing the point. You and whoever wrote this reply for you don't have the intelligence to engage in this not so complex discussion. I spoke about it for all of 2 minutes in an interview, and you respond by calling me unattractive, mentioning my bleaching my skin, and telling me to suck your butt. immediately proving yourself to be exactly who I thought you were, a bird. Sis, let's not forget that you look like a big toe with a hammer nail without all that contour on your face. You are a very mediocre looking light-skinned woman with cold sore scars on the sides of her mouth, a coated tongue you love to wag around, and horribly deep-set eyes. For your information, I bleached my skin due to a severe breakout I had from a Depo-Provera shot. Some dark-skinned women have problems with hyperpigmentation, and it can take years for our scars to fade. Once again, you missed the point. The color of my skin has nothing to do with this greater discussion surrounding Black women's culture and our representation in the media. From what I know, you have always identified as a Latina. You've only recently began to identify as Black once you became a part of hip-hop and felt pressure to represent women you so often called burnt, bald-headed roaches. This is true, by the way. In Cardi B's clapbacks, she used to call other women roaches, which was very wrong of her, and I'm not giving her a pass at all. But she did shade herself, and she admitted that she was a roach too.
But I just want to say thank you, everybody that has seen me blossom into a butterfly. You know what I'm saying? I went from a roach to a butterfly.
Anyway, let me go back to reading Azealia's statements. Even so, it's clear that you're having a problem with this newfound proximity to Blackness, as evidenced by your propensity to turn any and all attempts to engage you in these important cultural discussions to faux sympathetic crybaby rants about how you're just a dumb blank from the hood who never asked to be a role model. Reverse psychology will not work here. As a Black woman in hip-hop, it's imperative that you use your newfound Black womanhood responsibly. Saying things to Rolling Stone like, "I don't even use condoms," when HIV remains a threat to many minority girls who patronize your music is irresponsible. I suggest that you leave these type of cultural conversations alone for now. You don't have that range. That was a tough read. That hurt my feelings. It was very harsh. I could see why Cardi B left social media because she didn't want to be provoked. But my whole thing is this. Even though Azealia does make a few points here, I'm not going to dismiss some of the stuff that she has said in the past. To me, this is a message coming from the wrong messenger, and the message is used to put down someone else. It's not used to uplift anyone. So no, I can't stand by what she says. I'm sorry, I just can't, because I know where the intention is coming from. She's masking her jealousy and hatred with Black consciousness. And yes, some of what she is saying is true, but her intention is not pure. Therefore, it's not going to fly with me. Sorry, that's my opinion. And also, I wish Cardi B did not say anything to Azealia in the first place. I really wish she did not respond. Sometimes it's okay to be quiet and let people keep talking. Everything does not require a response, but that is my whole take on the situation. Tell me what you all think about this down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.